So for example, so I'll say A for example, right? Would you say that dating and being in a relationship are the same thing?
No. No, not at all. Because when you date, I'm not committed. Dating isn't a commitment. A relationship is a commitment.
Dating's not a commitment?
No. Dating someone, I'm not committed to you.
So the way you dated at 20, you'll date now?
No.
So what's the difference? That you'll take that person more what now than you did when you was 20?
I will.
Serious.
No,
You won't
honestly,
date multiple women at once. Now.
What?
Can you? That's the question. That's where I wanted to go.
No, you
can you date multiple
Yes, you
women?
Yes.
Yes, you definitely can.
Yes.
I agree with that. Should you? No.
Why not?
But
Why?
yeah, bro.
No, seriously.
In my opinion,
Mhm.
from experience, there's no way that you can know the full potential of anything if you're here, there, and there.
So if you date and
Let's
only
factor
one
in
person,
you're a
committing yourself
full-time
to the
worker.
person.
Let's factor in you're a full-time worker.
Uh-huh.
So 2 hours commute, 8 hour shift, 2 hours back home. How many hours is that?
That's
right.
the weekdays. Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about the weekend. 48 hours. You're gonna squeeze in more than one person to get to know them. You're really trying to reach a deep level of commitment, loyalty, marriage, and all of that.
But how can you go straight forward at that?
That's gonna be committing myself to the first person I have an attraction to, or that.
How about you just get rid of the person if the person ain't for you early on, instead of dragging them out because you're getting 15% of them when you could get 100% of them within 3 months. But now because you texting this, and this, you only getting 15%, and now you end up dealing with a chick for a year that wasn't even meant for you. And that's just wasted time, in my opinion.
So
in my opinion.
No, but you see how you said what I date the same way I dated. Now, when I was younger, I was doing shit like that.
Right.
Because I was like, oh, nah, I fuck with her. Oh, I fuck with her too. I fuck with her.
But when you say fuck with her, like having sex with them?
The works. So it was like you date this.
So let me go. Hold on. Let me elaborate, because I want people to then, hopefully when they watch, they could comment or share their own ideas. If you date multiple women, does that mean you having sex with any of them?
In a perfect world, you shouldn't.
Right.
I would tell you not to, but This isn't a perfect world.
Right.
So that's a conversation a lot of people. Yeah.
Nah, that's some bullshit, bro.
No, it is. No, I'm being honest with you. Would I have sex with every single woman that I'm dating?
In the perfect world, we were just out, bro.
We was just talking about this.
Hold on. I'm not even gonna talk about that. Hold on. I'm gonna take a step back.
Where y'all went?
We went uptown to República.
Wow.
But you were you in town last week? Oh, cause
When?
you want to ask questions.
Friday?
No. Last week, Wednesday.
Oh, no, I wasn't here.
All right, so what we talking about? All right.
So, continue.
So,
Flew out.
when you went to Long Island to the Airbnb, what did people question?
Who you talking to?
To A, when he went to Long Island to the Airbnb for the birthday, what did people question about you doing?
For Cass's birthday?
Yes. That you wasn't doing what?
My drinking and shit. I wasn't drinking and eating, and I wasn't eating like the food.
But you was out.
Yeah, but I was out. Yeah.
When you went out with us.
Right.
Matter of fact, let me not even get there. When you went to the barbecue. What did you do? You took your own food.
Yeah.
You took your own protein shakes.
Everything.
At that discipline.
Yeah.
When you came out with us uptown. The the waitress came with 3 cups, because he forgot that you said you wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
But he still brought 3 cups, and he was like, "No, you could take that one back. Let me get a bottle of water."
Mm-hmm.
So you've been so disciplined about this diet of yours.
Mm.
So in a perfect world, you shouldn't be that disciplined. In the perfect world, you should be able to break it. Yo, you out with your niggas, yo. You should just have this one drink, bro.
I would have to want to.
That in a perfect world is the only world
do it. I would have to.
We cannot have sex.
It would have to be something I discipline myself to do.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not about a perfect world or an imperfect world.
No, I'm bringing it. No, because like we have these conversations often. So I say a perfect world in a broad scope of who we're speaking to and just people in general.
No, everybody need to hear this shit.
No, and they're hearing it. That's the point that I'm saying. So that's why it was more of a perfect world versus realistically saying like, oh nah, if you're going to be perfect. No, because at the end of the day, everything is a choice, and we speak about choices all of the time.
Because I think for sure you shouldn't. If you dating and David's like, nah, you shouldn't date multiple women. Of course, if you giving yourself to them in that form of intimacy, why would you do that? Because that goes back to the whole creating complex relationship, right? And then the entanglements. There you go. And then
but see, there's thin lines between that because y'all say, why you jump into that? Why you jump into that? Talk about marriage and shit. But when you go celibate with someone, it's for one reason.
But you don't have to go celibate with someone. You could be celibate for yourself.
Yeah. You could just be abstaining from sex.
And you could believe in celibacy for you. And you could tell whoever you're dating, like, oh, I'm celibate. And then you can see their reaction.
Let's push that narrative. But when two people come together and go, yo, we leaving this out because we're going to see how deep our connection can go, is leading to one thing.
It doesn't necessarily have to be like that. It could be like, yo, this is a choice I've made for me.
Right.
And I'm leaving it out because I decide to make that choice. So now if we're dating,
right,
I can see what your reaction is.
Right.
I can see whether you down with it
and
or you're not. And at that point, I can make a choice and be like,
so sex is toxic. We could all say this. We could all vouch for this. So if you're leaving sex out,
certain type of sex is sex is great.
Sex is
amazing. Sex is amazing.
Right. Yeah. It's not, I wouldn't go.
No. But it can be toxic if it's used.
It depends on who you.
Right. Right. So if you're leaving that out and you're building a bond with someone, what you're gonna wake up one day and say, "We have an amazing bond, but this ain't it." No,
hold on. But it's that you don't have to
not like you. Yeah, you
don't have to leave that out to just be like, I'm leaving this out because you're not. This is. There's certain levels of celibacy since you touch upon the topic.
There we go.
There are certain levels of it where it's like, yo, I don't have to be celibate just off the fact that because the next person I meet, I'm telling them I'm celibate, and if they with it, it's because we're gonna get married.
No, it's because that's what you're working towards. So when you date someone, okay, let me bring this back. Let's bring this back. Yo, hey, when you dating at 29, what is your ultimate goal when you date someone? When you give someone your time now, what is your goal?
To be in the
it depends what we had in the relationship.
No.
So like the ultimate goal in general is to be in a fulfilling relationship. But I would say for a person 29 like me, like I be ready to date. That's another thing.
All right, Emily. Hold on, Emily. Now, what are you, 28 or 27?
I'm still 26.
Oh, you young. No, I'm joking. When you date, you're in a relationship. What are you in a relationship for? For everlasting?
But that's not dating. That's not what I'm talking about.
She's already. So you being in a relationship, is it for everlasting or I'm just seeing where this goes?
You hope that is for everlasting.
Okay, thank you. Sway.
Talk to me.
Because I see celibacy is a big topic for you, right? What is your point of doing it? To see what?
Let's assume I'm single.
Right.
And I make a choice to be in celibate.
Right.
I am going to date multiple women.
Okay.
I will court multiple women. I don't need to have sex with you. I want to date you,
Mm-hmm.
to know you, have conversations. It might be like, yo, you a dope ass person. This is, this is not it for whatever other reason, not because of the sex. If you then decide to take it into a relationship and be like, oh, I'm gonna make this a commitment to it, right? I'm gonna introduce you, let's say, for example, oftentimes, and what I want to clarify is the following. And I don't want to say this because this is what I've done. I want to say this just based on experience, and I think based on the experience of the audience that will listen to this. We end up, so many of us, all of us in here, and I feel like a lot of the audience and people that we know that watches this have gone through these dysfunctional relationships.
Right.
Shit that has tainted them. Shit that has tainted me. Shit that has tainted you, Dave, Aaron. And it's because never in our life were we exposed to people who will talk to us about the idea of dating without having to think, I'm dating and I'm already thinking about, I'm gonna marry this person. Often, and I see it now even more with my younger kids, because the way they date, for some reason, right? And I don't know if it's a cultural thing, if it's because of media, because of upbringing, because of the environment at home, they get so close up to each other that they believe, I'm 16, 17, and I am so devoted to this person. This is the person I'm going to marry.
What's wrong with that?
I feel like what? I feel
What's
like
wrong with
we all
that?
did that. We all did that.
What's wrong with that though? You know what I don't get? This is what I don't get. That with everything else in life, we think 8, 9, 10 years down the line. But when it comes to who we giving our energy to, it's like a temporary, and this is what I'm talking about, of why, going back to the last podcast, when it comes to relationships, people think like, because we have access to the next person like that we don't need to think long-term with the person we're investing in our energy with. And that's so confusing to me.
But we're talking about two different things.
What are we talking about then? How are we talking about two different things? That sounds like the same to me.
Yo, Dave, what's your son's shoe size?
My what?
Your son, what's his shoe size?
His shoe size? A 1.
A size 1.
Right.
2 years from now, you go buy him a size 1?
No.
Or because his feet grew, right?
If I get married at
I want to see where he's going with this.
Yeah, we're not even doing that. We're not even doing that.
His feet grew, right? So what is wrong? Listen, how can
bro, don't do it. Don't do
how
it.
Can
don't do it, bro.
I'm gonna put it out there. How can you within the month how can you say within the month of meeting you, dating you, now I'm in a relationship with you, now I want to marry you?
We're not talking about a month. We're not talking about a month.
All right, let's put 3 months. Let's put 4 months.
Nah, let's put a good 8, 9 months.
Let's put 9 months.
Right.
Wow.
9 months. You are a kid. Let's say 19, 16, 17-year-old. Even adults. There are men, women at this age where and you talk about, let's not talk about money and whatnot, but we have to talk about money. Because if you look it up,
right.
The reasons, hold on, let me finish, my nigga. Before I'm a host, nigga, I'll mute you. One of the major reasons why people get divorced is because of finance, to start with. Right? Just to start with, right? Off the rip. And how can we start just sitting here like, yo, you should be able to devote yourself on that level with people you don't even know. We got people dating who don't even know, who are your parents? I've been dating you for a year. I don't even know anything about your family, but I'm willing to marry you.
Right. I was actually told that.
I'm not talking about from a place of like, this is how I function. Because I feel like if we want to talk about story, we got to talk about what we've learned in order so that we can all grow as one and be better at doing things.
So what is the difference?
Between
see, And this is why I get confused. And I'm not saying there's a right or wrong. This is just where I voice how I feel. And it's not that I stand by it. It's just how I feel. And it's a confliction of what's right and what's wrong. Because let's say somebody gets married at the age of 30. Who they are at 30, they're going to be the same at 40. Like what changes?
I feel like you know a lot more about yourself at 30 than you do at 18, 19, 16. All of those young ages that we're talking about, you know more of who you are. You know who you are. You know
so what
you stand on.
So
that's
what,
the difference. So you're growing as an individual up to your 40. So you're not going to be the same at 30, at 40 as you are at 30. But I feel like you know more of who you are at 30 than you do at 19 to 20.
Yo, M, I'm going to really, really, really need you to chime in, because if this is going to go the direction that I hope it does, it only come from a female's perspective. So I'm going to say that hopefully.
We'll see.
And this is just me just talking out loud. You young, let's say 19, 20. Oh, I love this person. 19, 20, 30, 31. I love this person. Within from 30 to 40 and 20 to 30, what would that couple go through that the 30 and 40, like what would be the difference of what they go through within the 10 years of the relationship?
We haven't reached 40. That's one to be able to give you that experience. But what I've gone through between 20 and 30.
Right. No,
No, because what I've gone through between 20 and 30. No. You just told me to go.
Go ahead.
Who I was at 20. The growth in these 10 years, access to things alone.
Right.
Then we could talk about finances, just being exposed to certain things.
Right.
Just being exposed to the world, traveling.
Right.
Those different things, like your mind, you see
shit different, right?
Let me take it back. Let me bring it back.
Bring it back.
Hold on. My shit working right now. Yo, Dave.
Talk.
You said, yo, I was willing to keep my family together. Right?
Right.
Between, let's say if that would have happened. You're saying between 10 years, nothing might have changed. Between 20 years, then what then? All right, 10 years go by, nothing changed. Okay, another 10 years goes by, what changes? You know what could change?
What?
That the kid that was keeping you so strong and keeping your family is now a grown-ass man, and he's going to college.
Right.
So now you and your wife, now you and your wife got a whole empty space. There's no kids around, mommy.
Bobby, reintroduce yourself.
Everybody's grown. And now we realize, yo,
but that's
the only thing that kept us together is the fact that we wanted to keep together.
We staring off. We're not talking. Let's leave the kid aspect out, because that can happen.
Well, what are you saying? How can we not, if those are things that are actually there that could change?
Because that can happen if you have a kid at 19 and 20 and stay together. And that can happen if you're 30 and 31 and stay together.
But wouldn't you
so let me give you another example. Another beautiful example. Hold on.
That can still happen no matter the age. We talking about no matter the age. If you feel a commitment and bond with someone, why do people be like, you too young?
I want to ask you. I
don't get that.
Dave, I want to ask you a question. So,
because
you know how you were 19, 20. Your decision-making process is just completely different.
Right.
So it's certain decisions.
So you saying I couldn't learn that in a relationship, committed to one person? That, yo, let me go to the person that I destroyed and now reintroduce myself like, I know I was this, but this is me now. With one person. Instead of multiple women meeting different versions of me.
But sometimes it's a tainted relationship.
No, like
a tainted relationship. No, because I see this all the time. Like, and that's kind of like what's wrong with like today's society. Like, we always feel like relationships have to be blemished and overcome that. Because you speaking about tainted relationships, when you said, "Oh, somebody I destroyed, go back, reintroduce myself, and build that," that's all.
No, I'm just saying who I was before. Why couldn't I become who I am now?
My question is, what's wrong about walking away from something that doesn't work out? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with just saying, yo, this, because we always think, oh, we broke up, so now we enemies. No, we don't gotta break up on bad terms.
Oh, I don't believe in that. Hold on.
So what's wrong with just
So you're gonna do that? You're gonna do the thing they did at the end? What is it? Bad marriage for life thing? That's what you believe in?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe in that? Hell no.
Because you just
said you don't believe in it not working out.
You said I will go back to somebody that I damaged.
No. Because you said my no. You said my thought process was different then than it is now.
It is.
But why couldn't I change with that one person? Why did I have to introduce myself to multiple women? I understand. Let's stay on this topic.
No. Because I'm gonna ask real quick. Because so you can say without those experiences, you'll still be this person.
Without what experiences?
The experiences you've gone through to get to the point.
Yo, bro, I'm this person I am today because of me. Yo, Sway said it the best. Yo, it's good to have a good woman, but bro, no female made me become who I am today, bro. I wanted this for me. You met me wanting this. So when you say, bro, no, I did not need to experience multiple women to become this.
Your experiences with women helped you learn how to deal with a woman.
No, it did not, bro. No, it did not.
So you just figured this all out on your own.
Bro, this is what I wanted for me. Yo, bro, listen.
I'm talking about how you deal with women, not what you want.
What you mean deal with, bro? The same way I dealt with women back is not too far how I deal now.
It's not the same.
Bro,
I've known you since you was 20, bro. You deal with women totally different, bro. You deal with women totally different. Recorded,
so I want to say air it.
No, bro, because
air it.
It's nothing really to air.
Air it.
The way
because I want to know what's the difference. The difference of that I knew that I had anger issues, so it's something that I need to work on. The fact that I knew who I was getting my information from at a young age wasn't right. So I started connecting myself with people that I knew was in the direction I wanted to go. What does that got to do with women? What does that got to do with women? What does that got to do with women?
Bro, because look, so yeah, you met people that helped you and they spoke to you about things, but it's like, oh, this relationship went bad because I was doing X, Y, and Z. Bro, yo, why are you speaking to her like that? Yo, you don't have to go about it that way. Yo, try talking to her. But you had to go, you had to deal with women. You had to be, because I could say this without you dealing with women. But you have to be in those situations for me to give that advice, because you have to be going through it versus, nah, I figured this shit out on my own. No, you only need this advice because
one female and the same situation happened, I couldn't call you and you give me the same advice. I did not need multiple women. This is what I'm trying to say. It could have been one female.
But you have to put in play her growth and how much she's willing to deal with. Are you gonna have
and then that's when you will have a valid point. That you try Dave.
So you're Dave.
Just hold on. Then that's when your argument would be correct right now. Because it's like, yo, Dave, you tried to stay with one woman. She couldn't deal with all of this. It was too much for her. So she left. And that's how another one was exposed. Chicks was being exposed to me just because I could do it. And that's not right. Just so because, I'm supposed to spontaneously date and get to know multiple women? No.
I'm gonna ask the following, and then I also want to say something to chime in terms of like, because this ain't no fucking therapy session, nigga. Or we're gonna talk about Dave or whatever the case may be. And also, we like an hour and some change, and also in terms of, right? But yo, Dave, if your daughter at 15, 16 tell you, yo, dad, I'm dating this guy and I'm gonna marry him.
Okay.
What's your reaction?
Yo, bro, what I'm gonna tell her? No. I'm going to be and let her know I support any decision.
You're going to celebrate her wedding right away?
What do you mean right away?
If she tell you, your dad, I'm at 17 and he's engaging to me.
Yo, see, there's a difference. See, the control that I have is...
No, but if she tells you that, what would you say? Not that you're going to control what the outcome of it.
Right.
What would you say?
First of all, time length and all of that. And I will have a talk with her. Whatever.
They've been dating for 3 years.
For 3 years?
4 years.
And that's how she feels, I got to support that, bro.
And that's how she felt.
But if
you're not going to ask her,
hold on. But if in the 3 years, she's calling, crying all the time, this, that, I need to remind her of the last 3 years. I need to remind her of what a lifetime with someone is like. But I'm not gonna go against the grain, and because this is the end goal. When I'm gonna disown her, I'm not gonna do that, right?
With advice at 17.
Yeah, bro. It all depends on the situation, bro. It all depends on the situation. It all depends on the situation. It all depends on it. And I feel like so much is put on age, and it's like
forget the age. Right. Whatever it is.
Right.
But experience cannot be improvised. That's the first thing.
Right.
But it is what it is. I just want to say the following. If you are a single person, if you came out of dysfunctional relationship or it ended up in a way that you didn't think, or you devoted your time to someone that you thought you should have been with for a very long time, first and foremost, give yourself some time to heal.
Of course.
Secondly,
100%. I agree with that.
When you decide
to go back to realize that.
When you decide to go back into the market, be willing to date, to court. If you a man, don't feel like you need you a dirtbag, a fuckboy. Don't have sex with them, because I think that's where things again start getting blurred. But you should be able to date. If you're a woman, don't feel like damn, I don't want to be called a hoe. If you're dating man or whatnot, you don't need to have sex with them. You just want to know who they are on a surface level. To get to know who they are. Date them.
You read already, baby.
Date them. Get to know them.
Yeah, I don't.
If you're willing to make a commitment and be exclusive.
I belong in the 80s.
And be exclusive. It doesn't matter what your age is. If you decide like, I've been dating this person, I know this person, I've gotten to know more of them, I want to go into a next step, then take that next step. I'm not saying because this is the process I went through, but I feel that this is a process that's needed if you are in that place. If you are in a relationship and you are going through some dysfunctional shit, sit down and think to yourself, should I walk away from this? I just want to sum things up, because I know the tequila about to hit any moment. If you are in a dysfunctional relationship, sit down and first think to yourself, where is this going? What is the purpose? Ask hard questions. What are we doing? Where are we going? Are we dating for the next 5-7 years?
And when
hold on, shut up. Oh man, I have to mute this nigga, man. So you make me lose my thought. If you are in a dysfunctional, self-reflect, ask hard questions, and if you need to walk away from it. If you are in a functional relationship and it is working, ask the tough question. Okay, we are in this relationship. What are we doing next? Can we engage with each other? Are we thinking about marriage with each other? Because if not, then I agree totally with Dave in terms of what's the point of this? Are we just going to be in a relationship because we want to be in a relationship for however long and we are boyfriend and girlfriend and I've been dating this person for 7-8 years. Oh yeah, this is my boyfriend, my girlfriend. That shit sounds crazy. So I think you got to reflect on certain things. If you muted, so let me unmute you.
He's asking you, can you unmute him?
He could have probably, there you go.
He could have did it himself.
Yeah, because he's a host.
Nah, this shit just this is where I get confused. Imagine being the accomplishments that y'all have.
It's not about accomplishments.
It is. Because when you cover a certain amount of experience, history, and you get to a certain point in your life, and you take time to invest in someone, how you doing?
From last
Good
week.
morning. And that person's doing that with 3 other people? What? How old are you?
If you're dating them? If you're dating them, what's wrong with that? If you're dating them, did you ever ask, are we mutually exclusive? Are we really dating? Are we devoted to one another? What's wrong with me saying, hey, listen, I just met you a week ago and we went out on a date, or I just met you and we went out on a date.
Bro, all right, so let me just clarify. We're not talking about a weekend, a month in. We're talking about 6-7 months. You're talking about in order.
So
to
you made a choice already to be devoted to this person.
You skipping the whole process.
So you skipping the whole process that I'm talking about. 6-7 months, 8 months into it, that means you're devoting your time to this person. So you might as well have that conversation. Yo, we're mutually exclusive, and I feel that I want to devote my time to you.
But isn't that what most people do though?
But he's talking about the beginning. Like if I went on one date with this girl,
right?
The weekend, I met her last week. Yo,
we're
going on a date this weekend. I'm not exclusively dating you.
Of course not.
I can possibly meet somebody else, and I can go.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I know I be talking too much, and but let's tell a story. I met a girl on a vacation trip. She like happened to like bump into us into a vacation through a friend.
Right.
2 days in, I met her for 48 hours.
This nigga's wild.
Finding, vibing, got a little bit of the surface level, what you do, our background. I'm like, yeah. I don't even know how long I met this person for, but I was already in a relationship.
I feel like you came back from that vacation in a relationship.
And I was already thinking about getting into a relationship and got into it. And then fast forward, then I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yeah, you dope as hell, dope ass girl, a lot going on, but this not it.
Yo, I'm gonna just say this. Let's take away age and all. Yo,
I didn't say anything about age.
Right. However anybody wants to move, I don't find a problem because it all depends.
That's bullshit, bro.
On where you at in life.
Then we not growing, bro.
Huh?
We not growing if we listen.
So
I agree with this. If you want to move in the way you want to move, yes. But I'm gonna call out. If I could be able to call out the wrongdoings and what you're doing, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna tell you it in a way, because this is okay. So I understand what you're saying in terms of like, I'm not going to force onto anyone what they need to do. No, I have a best friend who was in a relationship and shit went south. And my first reaction was like, yo, fuck that girl, leave that, like, get the fuck out of here. And as I thought more and more about it, I said, hold on, listen, bro. This is what I think. But at the end of the day, you're the person thinking this is your issue, or your situation, and you make a choice of what you want to do. And I had to realize that my first reaction was based on an emotional level of how I know him, my relationship with him, and how I felt like, yo, nah, fuck that, and how I wanted to change his narrative. I wanted to change his narrative. But then I realized, no, I'm not here to change your narrative. And I agree with you. If you want to move in a certain way, you can. But that does not take away from me having to tell you what I think. It makes you, but it doesn't take away from me having to tell you, like, yo,
no, 100%.
You're not doing it the way, like, you move.
Your opinion is only based on your experiences. A and M. Y'all opinions is only based on what y'all experience. It's not factual. So let's just say, oh, Dave moving at this speed doesn't make me wrong because y'all didn't.
And it doesn't make you right.
Exactly. It makes me being me. And this is why I've been preaching for some time now, like, there is no right or wrong.
There is a right or wrong, but I get what you're saying. It's like however you feel like you should move with your life is on you.
Right.
So if that's right for you, but that don't make it
the
correct way to move, because now it's gonna come down to semantics, like, oh, this specific way to do this, that.
Right, and bro,
listen to this. I have students who come hard to school. So should I just be like, they think it's okay. And I can say, if that's what you want to do it. And I should just be like, and I should not call out like, yo, listen, there's a time and a place where you could move.
No, that's what friends and families for.
So that's what all I'm saying. All I'm saying is,
I'm not here to judge you, but this is my opinion.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying what you gotta do, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to the audience. It's like at the end of the day, you gotta make the choice you gotta make.
Right.
And that's that. But I'm not gonna if it's and I had this conversation the other day with my sister about my father, because my father said a remark to my sister on some crazy shit, and my sister was like, "Yo, Josue, well, you know, he's a grown man. I can't do anything about that. Like, I'm not here." And I'm like, "Nah, that's our father. We gotta call him out on his bullshit. Whether he wants to do it, continue to do it or not, I'm gonna call you out. It is my responsibility. If I ain't give a fuck about you, then I don't care. 100%. But it's my responsibility to call you out. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm not saying I'm righteous at all times, neither. And I expect the same from you to call me out. And the way that my parents have called me out, for example, when I ride, when I'm drunk driving, and the way Emily has been like, "Yo, sweet, let me just drop you off, and then I'll just take a cab." Because because I could be like, "Yo," I could say like, "Yo, fuck you. I'm a drive my car," and that's my choice, and that's how I want to do it. But it doesn't mean that she has to sit there and be like, "I bet." No, if she truly my friend, she's gonna be like, "No," and she's gonna be like, "Sweet,
we do that all the time, though."
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm telling you what to do or not to do. Nah, you do whatever. Let me clarify it. Everybody listen, y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want to do with your life. I'm just saying, you could do things differently so that you can get different results. And if anything, if you're doing things that lead to certain results, try to be more radical. Try to say, "Yo, let me do something that I've never done and see what happens."
Right.
Which goes back to the diet shit. My man A said, "Yo, listen, I've probably never gone through this process, but let me do this. I'm gonna try."
So it's all about what you want, and that's what it comes down to. And
that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna mute myself for the rest of this shit. Drinking my two-step.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we got all that out the way,
he just about said it. Like, he's right, because it's just, I'm the only single one here, so you start thinking about like dating and getting to know people differently. So like right now, like I was like, all right, because I see what you're saying, Dave. Is just like, how can you date multiple people and figure out which one you want, because your attention, you might like this one.
That's like me saying I'm trying to figure out a car and I'm test driving 1,000 of them at once.
But people leave impressions on you, and I'm a firm believer of that.
Okay.
Even through my time, and
the
person that you really want to fuck with is gonna leave a lasting impression. That's like, because you're gonna find yourself.
I don't know. I just be knowing that shit from early on. I just be knowing it from early on.
So you
so I don't waste the time of. I know,
bro. You can't say that.
2 more to make sure.
Bro, like honestly speaking, because I've never dated in.
That's running from it. That's a fair thing. Like, nah, I know this is the one, but let me go add 2 more.
No, bro. How many? There's so many girls you like them after the first or second date. Like, oh nah, and then it don't work out.
Yo, bro, we talking about 3-4 months into it. Bro.
Most times,
3-4 months, you know the next. You know if you're taking the next step or not. Like, yo, nah, I'm gonna try to kick it at her. This is gonna be official or not, bro. You just know.
How many times you know? How many times have you known that?
How many times have I known that?
Yeah.
With anyone I took serious, which was.
Why are you engaged to this one if it happened that many times? You don't know, nigga.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you why. Because the energy wasn't reciprocated. The energy wasn't reciprocated.
So it wasn't the one.
For them to me, not me to them. What they do has nothing to do with me. That's like me saying, because I love a girl and she cheated on me, I don't love her no more. My love still remains the same, bro. What are you talking about?
I knew I was supposed to be muted. Yo, Dave, you feel like you was the one for every single woman you was with, bro?
Oh, don't put that out there, because that's definitely not what I said. That's definitely not.
So when but that's all. It all comes together in the sense of knowing the energy has to be reciprocated. So like, I might like you, but if the energy's not reciprocated, you're not the one.
Yeah, bro.
I might feel a certain way.
Yo, people scared to take L's. Yeah.
I think he'll show up when it's recorded.
I hope not. Well, it don't matter.
I'm starving.
People
now.
scared to take, bro.
I'm
I'm
supposed
not
to make
scared
corn.
to take L's, bro. So if I feel a certain way for someone, I'm not gonna go now. And this is why we talk about a mask. This is how masks are created. Because instead of you being like, yo, I was feeling you XYZ, but I see you not on the same energy. Now let me go add 3 more. What? Let me try to keep because I like this person.
Listen. I say so when I say last impressions, and a lot of shit get misconstrued, or everything is because of sex. Because 9 times out of 10, I was fucking on by the second date, if not the first one. So you just, oh nah, the sex is good and she's cool. It's a vibe. And now you try to go to the next one and you repeating the same pattern. Now you end up with 3 girls that you fucking. Now that's a different type of attachment you got. And that's misconstruing real feelings versus, yo, is this just like a sex thing? Because I could vibe with you. I know I'm gonna fuck by the end of the night. I could call you out. You can come hang out with me. Like, all of those things. So when I say like dating differently, it's more like, yeah, she's cool. She got a lot going for herself. Boom. I get to know her. It's a process. Because it's like once you have sex, you kind of almost force yourself into either I'm only fucking her or I'm taking her serious. There's never going to really be an in-between. And then we always end up with that in-between. So when I'm talking about dating, it's like, yo, I'm getting to know you. No sex.
You're saying no sex.
Yeah, no sex involved.
Okay, so say that. But the results is still the results, bro. It's just now no sex. So you're blaming sex for why you caught attachments to chicks? That's not why I caught attachments to chicks.
Yes.
Not me. Yeah. Not me.
Look at Sway's face.
Oh wow.
I mute. What's the face? Yo, I never on box, bro.
You're only saying, no.
Yo, bro,
because if you would have asked me this before, I would have been like, hell no, it's not because of sex. But no,
hold on. And y'all gonna have to edit this shit.
Yeah. Now this got to definitely be edited. This is something that he said that I ain't even gonna say it again, but
he's
yo, hold on. Cause yeah, this shit is long, right? But hold on, yo, Dave.
Go ahead.
Do you remember the conversation we had in my car on Saturday?
Yeah.
And what you said?
Yeah.
About the sex?
Yeah. The addicted shit.
And you said it has nothing to, yo, bro. And you telling, yo, sex has nothing to do with it?
Hold on. So you think that's the reason? Nah, bro.
I didn't say that's the reason, I'm not saying that. Don't get too literal with it.
So what are we saying?
What did you just say about sex?
That I never, based on who I like, never was pertaining to sex. Like, deeply devoted.
So you never had sex with someone and said, like, yo, damn, I'm hitting my man A up. Like, damn, I'm not feeling this.
I'm not feeling it? Having sex?
After having the sex.
100%.
And you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, right. Right.
So what are we talking about, bro? Yo, I'm gonna keep my shit muted.
But no. Okay. And this is why it plays a percentage, but a very small percentage for me.
Now it plays. We went from it not.
No, right.
Recorded, everybody. We went from it not being anything to now it plays a percentage.
You called me out. I'm glad you did. It plays a small percentage, bro. It plays a small percentage. We talking. Hold on. Let's use. Hold on. So let's use the example you gave. Anybody that fucks with me, they gotta travel. Hold on. Anybody that fucks with me, they gotta travel. Because I gotta see their energy, how they are. Are they gonna be like, yo, what they gotta do with sex? Thank you. So it plays a small percentage. Because yo, at the end of the day, bro, box is box. I say that A all the time.
Yo, pussy is not just pussy, bro.
We say that now.
It depends on who you feel. Huh? We had this conversation the other day.
And I want to say, I think, yo, hey, what you just said is perfect. To the viewers, we talking about telling the story. We talking about from experience. We saying it now. But pussy's just not pussy, bro.
We said, bro, because
dick is just not dick.
Let me not say that. Because there's people that box that I thought was trash. There's dudes out there that be like, that's the best I ever had. So it all depends on emotion, feeling, affection, and all of that. But
some pussy is fire, and I ain't like them.
Nah, not me.
I ain't like the person, but the
Not
pussy
me.
is fire.
Not me. Not me. Not me. But yo, this whole thing went south.
It ain't gonna south.
I could have sworn that you was telling a story, bro.
Who?
Mama's boy about the mask.
Yeah, but then we just got straight into.
We should wrap up. We should wrap up because there's a lot of spicy shit that people will be like, nah, this shit got crazy.
Yeah, this definitely did.
This shit got crazy. I feel like, yeah, this shit got nice.
I might have to.
This whole match. We went south from the whole match shit, but this is what it's about, yo. Is we ready?